Hey everybody, it's Jody here, District Manager with 381. And tonight we're having a leadership meeting. The reason being is because some changes are going on at head office that I wanted you all to be aware of. I want to talk about a recruiting schedule that we're going to be putting out over the next couple of weeks, and also a tracker that I've been sending out to the district. Some of you have been filling it out, some not, and I do believe that some are not filling it out because they don't understand it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a demo of it so that you can see what the purpose behind it is and how it can help you with your business. Now, the other thing I want you guys to mark down on your calendar is on February 22nd. I believe it's 8 o'clock, but I'll have to double check, but there is a webinar that Rami is doing. I believe that he'll be doing something very similar to what I'm going to be talking about today. He will be showing you ARC, though, in more detail. And that's the important thing that we're going to need to look at and understand, because one of the major changes that has happened this week is that we now have an inside sales team. And what this is it at head office, we have a dedicated team who are working within each of the districts to help us with retention. They're calling to congratulate and welcome contracted, answering any questions, things like that, because as you know, our alt supports are no longer within the district. Now we have the dedicated team at head office. So what that means to you as leaders is that typically in the past, we've been reaching out to your deactivated and sometimes you're contracted and help getting them started. So that's one of the things over the next couple campaigns, I'm going to be transitioning back to you. Myself and head office is going to be taking care of the district's first generation, but second and third generation that falls with you guys as leaders is going to be back with you. But don't worry, what I'm going to do to help support you is I will be giving you the templates that I use for emails, as well as any texts that I've sent in the past to your representatives as well. And what I'll do for the first couple campaigns is I myself will do a report for you on who out of your deactivated representatives are at 4s, okay? Because what happens is on your team, all representatives will fall under 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in category. What that means is if you have a representative on your team and she hasn't placed in the last 2 campaigns, she will be considered a 2. Someone who hasn't placed for 3 campaigns in a row is a 3, and someone who does not place an order after 4 campaigns, after their 4th campaign, they become deactivated, which means the communication from head office and from the district cease, but their account does stay open for a year. Okay, but they don't get all the communication and important information. And once they become deactivated, they're considered a removed representative from the district. So these are things that I believe is what the February 22nd meeting is all about. And of course, what we want to do is we want to help train you and support you with retaining your customers, sorry, not your customers, retaining your team members, but also helping you with the ones who are contracted and also leads. Okay, so one of the things that I've started to ask is for you to fill out a tracker sheet. And I'm going to screen share this right now. You guys see that? That's fine. So what this is, and I know Sheila and Karen and Charlene, you filled this out once for me as well. So what this is there's 2 pieces to it. We have a 90-day plan that I think is a really great plan for the course of the next 3 months, and different steps and thought processes you're going to do in the future. Okay, so these are things with planning, because as we know, you want to plan to have the successful business. And that's why, Charlene, you and I will book this week as well, now that you're back from your beautiful vacation. But what this tracker is this is an after effect, okay? I want to know what your numbers are after the campaign has closed. And the reason why we're doing this is because this is going to help me. Oh my gosh, I was totally going to say help me help you, but that's such a cliche from Jerry Maguire. I don't even think I can say it. But this is a tool for various reasons. Number 1, I want you guys to know your numbers, because essentially this is a numbers game. Okay, we all love our representatives. We all want to help them. but you need to know what it looks like on paper, because numbers don't lie and numbers don't have a story. Okay, all of your representatives will have a story of some form or another, but this will show you completely what your business, what the standing is and how healthy it is and where your gaps are. And because I've been dealing with a spreadsheet similar to this for quite some time, I can take one look at a spreadsheet like this and be able to identify where your growth potential is. And this is something that I want, is a skill that I want you guys to have. Okay, and that's why I'm going to help you for the first couple campaigns with it, but I need you guys to fill this out. It's all everything from your ARC. Okay, and if you don't know where your ARC is, please reach out to me, because that in itself is a training. And one of the things they're looking to do is for us to have an ARC that we can show you, because I can't physically show you mine because it's the entire district. Okay, but what this means, and you guys can go back and fill this out through all of your information that you have right now. But this is talking about badge title versus paid title. Okay, you can be a badge title of unit leader, and you can be a badge title, you could be a paid title of unit leader for 3 campaigns. But then say the 3rd campaign, you become a candidate because only 4 of your representatives place. You will still be badge title unit leader, but your paid title will be candidate. Okay, so this is where you want to, this is one of the places that we're striving for, is so that you reach unit leader and maintain unit leader. Okay, so that's that piece there. The appointment with orders. So this is when you have your leads and you go out and you meet your representatives, how many of the appointments that you did actually placed an order. Okay, so there's been, I know some cases where we go out, we meet with a new representative, we get her set up, but then she doesn't place an order. So if we find that this is a pattern within your business, this is something we're going to want to do some training on. So that's why it's important to see, like if I had 3 appointments, but only 1 person placed an order, why? And that's one of the things that we can look at for your business. Your personal sales versus your team sales. Again, this is where you can identify if you have 10 team members and your personal sales are higher than your team sales with 10 people on, that's an opportunity for additional training. Active reps versus your total reps. So you could have 20 people on your team, but you could have maybe 8 active. So that's a place where we would look at your numbers and we would look at your people and say, okay, if you have 20 team members, but only 8 are placing, what's going on with the other 12? And this is where we can dive deeper, okay? Contracted. Again, it goes back to the, how many of you have contracted? Are they placing? Are they not placing? These are great numbers for us to look at together. These are when you continue to develop and grow. So this is something that, Sheila, you're gonna wanna look at this. Because you've got some really solid team members now on your team, and you've got people who are motivated and engaged, and you want to make sure that we're reaching out to them and helping them with finding their own team members as well. And that's something that we can absolutely look at. Your contracted rep names. Okay, this is a really good reminder for yourself as well, because what happens is, say in campaign 1, say you had, like, I'm just gonna write this in, say you had Judy and Karen. Okay, but they didn't place. Okay, and say you keep going and they haven't placed and haven't placed, but then say in campaign 4 a new promotion breaks out, or the Find Your Beautiful tour or whatever, this is a good reminder for you to go back and go, oh, I'm going to connect with Judy and Karen. Okay, this is one way to keep track of who you have contracted, even the leads you have, because they're not all going to become a representative in this moment, but they will. So you want to make sure that they remain on your radar, and it's a good reminder for yourself, because you can get very lost in the paperwork on your desk. Trust me, I know this. Okay, last piece is, who are you working with? So this is the most important part, because here's the thing, unit leader is a great place to, I just saw Callum run by again. I love it. Who are you working with? So this helps to determine as well, because if you've been working with the same representative for 6 campaigns, and she hasn't done anything with her business, it's a good opportunity to go, okay, well, let's relook at this and let's put a plan together. But it also reminds you who should be in your calendar. If somebody is excited and motivated to grow their business, they should be in your calendar, and this again is another reminder to you. And then any comments that you have. Because life happens and someone could say, yep, she was ready to go, but she didn't get books on time. Or, you know, I need to train her on Spark so she can get her e-brochures out, whatever the case may be. The point is, this is a tool for you so that you can always be tracking your business, okay? Because you also want to track to make sure that you've gotten paid. That's important. The goal pieces, okay? This is, I think, important because you always need to know what are you striving towards. And the thing is if you have a goal set and you don't achieve it, we can go back and look at your numbers and say, okay, you did not achieve this goal. Why? Was it because you didn't talk to enough people? Was it that you didn't get your books out? Was it that you didn't know what to say on your books, what to say to people? Whatever the case may be, this gives us a look at that. If you did achieve your goals or you overachieved your goals, that's another opportunity to go back and go, wow, what did you do in campaign 5? You just killed it. Do more of that. Okay? So again, this is at a glance your business. It's a snapshot and you can pull it all from ARC. And if you need any help with me helping you fill out your numbers until you get comfortable with it, until you start seeing those numbers, okay, reach out to me because numbers don't lie. If you want 10 people on your team or 5 people on your team and you're not there yet, there's a reason and we will crack it and we will complete it. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Okay, so that was the main thing that I wanted to talk to you about because I'm going to be asking for this spreadsheet once a week. Also, too, we need to, as a district, get out and promote Avon a little bit more. What's happening right now is we've got the Avon on Tour happening on March the 10th, and that is a great opportunity to have conversation with people and invite people to come to that. It's also a great opportunity to go out. I've got a lot of old books here if you want them. And what I've been doing is I've been putting packages together. I have a template that literally reads, have you ever thought of doing Avon before? Do these qualities describe you? Business-minded, fun, self-motivated, computer-savvy, and love social media. If this describes you, don't wait, connect with me. And then I put, hi, I'm Jody. I teach women how to build a successful Avon business. And I share the joinavon.ca or my bit.ly and all my information, okay? I also have been sharing about the Purple Peace Movement because that's been getting a lot of good traction. So I put it on an old book. I put in the flyer because right now we have a killer recruiting bundle. When they place a $125 order, they get $100 worth of product for free. Okay, it's a fantastic bundle. We got to be sharing it out. But the more people we are talking about the bundle, the more people we are talking about the Avon as a brand, the more people are going to want to come on board. So I literally do not leave the house without 10 of these, and I get rid of all 10 before I come home. And this has been producing really great results this week. I've already had 5 leads come into my bit.ly. Okay, so it's the self-promotion, getting it out there, getting the name out there. Make sense? And I'm going to be asking for the spreadsheet. And it's not because I'm like, want to know what you're doing. I want to know what you're doing, but I want to help you with what you're doing. And I can't do that unless I know your numbers, but more importantly, you need to know your numbers. Right? What are you? Hi, Mikey. Sheila, where's Jordan? Now I feel like I need to see him.
He's downstairs.
Look at all my boys.
He's playing on the Xbox.
So yeah, so that's essentially what's been going on. But the main thing was, number 1, the inside sales has launched. That is all happening. The findyourbeautiful.ca tour is coming up very quickly. Newfoundland just had theirs, so I'm going to be hearing more about that tomorrow to see how it went. I have seen some videos online though about it, and I shared what I've seen. We need to get out and recruit, not only with me, but without me as well. So I encourage you guys to pair up as well, or just toss the books, right? And if you want that template, let me know. And the spreadsheet, did I already say that? Oh, no, the February 22nd. Make sure you're on that. That's going to be important. All right. Sheila, you've been filling this spreadsheet in for a bit. You've filled it in a couple campaigns. Now, we haven't been consistent with it, which is part of the formula. We should know better than that, but that's why
I know. I got sick.
Yeah.
I got sick and I fell behind, so I apologize, but I will be doing
I did too. I stopped asking for it, and that's, that's part of the entrepreneur way too, right? Like if you stop that consistency and you don't do the follow-up, you lose the momentum. But no more this week. That's it.
The only thing I changed or I added to my own personal was I wanted to see a column for my candidate so I could see growth. So I put a candidate in there, so then I know that I have one candidate, and then, or if I get two, then I'll build on that. And then my comment area, I usually just put whatever triggers my memory, right? Something that, whether it was a training I need to do or whether it was something I was working with that I didn't have in the other, I put in there. So
nice.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. It's, you strive for a goal, and whether you achieve it, you do, you don't. So
yeah. And that's the biggest thing is if you know that you've got 10 people on your team, but you want to have 12 by the end of campaign 6, then you need to plan in your calendar, what are you going to do to get those 2 people?
Yeah, and you also have to factor in that people are going to drop off, which was what happened to me, right? I had people drop off, so my rep count did a dive. So I was not happy.
But then that's another opportunity too to find out why.
Yes.
Why are they dropping off, right?
Yeah.
So it's always about asking and having that conversation. That's the important part.
Yeah, the follow-up.
It is. Consistency plus follow-up equals momentum.
Yeah.
It's just, every once in a while we have to be reminded of it. I still have to be reminded of it, right?
Yeah. I do have a question. The new recruiting flyers?
Yeah.
It said that we were supposed to get them in our C3 or C4 order.
Okay. You didn't get them?
No, Mom or I, neither one of us got them in our orders. Who are we supposed to follow up with? Because I don't want to order them if we were supposed to get free, right?
Well, yeah, no. I'm going to put that on I'm going to write it down. I'll ask Sunny tomorrow.
Okay.
And that was the new recruiting flyer?
Yeah. Because usually we
get notice that you were getting it, right?
Yeah, I saw it and said, well, it was one of the flyers, and it said they should be coming in your C3 or C4 order, and they didn't come in either.
Okay.
And we got our C5, and it hasn't come either, so.
Okay. I do have some more here. So are we booked for this week, you and I?
No.
Let's do it now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And then Charlene, you and I will book too, okay? Do you have your calendar? Do you know what's going on? I have no mic. Sign me. 2 syllables, 3 words. Okay. So, Sheila, do you want to go out on Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday we can. I know Mom and I said we were going to go out, so maybe we could book her too.
Yep. Okay. Wednesday morning I'm booked, and you got to go get Jordan. So actually, can we do? Can you do 11? Can you do 10:30?
When?
On Thursday?
I have physio until what time? It might have to be closer to like 10:45 because I have physio till 10:15, and if they run late.
Okay, then let's do 12 because I gotta go see a rep. So let's book for the afternoon. So let's say 12:30 to 1:30.
Okay. 12 to 1:30?
Yeah. And then
I think she's listening.
She is.
Okay, so she needs to book too.
Yep. So Karen, write that down. 12:30 to 1:30. And then okay, so let me put, here we go.
1 a.m. I don't think we'll be going 1 a.m.
Yeah, 12:30 to 1:30 p.m.
Yes.
And then Charlene, can you go, okay, just say yes or no. Can you go Wednesday at 1 o'clock? Can you go from 1 to 2 on Wednesday? Okay. Cool. So I'll send you guys stuff. Charlene, you don't have a printer still, do you? You have a printer? Okay. Yay! Okay, so I'll send you some stuff and then I'll bring some old books that we can use.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So there we go. Thanks, guys. That was the main stuff I wanted to make sure that we talked about, but it was more, I wanted to explain the spreadsheet because that is something I'm going to be requesting. All right,
Yes.
let's get
I'll
you
send it tomorrow.
making lots of money.
Yes.
Oh, Karen just sent a message saying, silly me, I have no camera
Oh, on her computer.
on her computer.
She uses her phone, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's all good.
There you go.
All right, guys, have a good family day, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Ciao.